Yeah, Canada's pretty cold today. So yeah, keep in mind that being as there's no playthrough video of this hack, I decided to take it upon myself to just kind of TAS it and make a video of it so that there's something on the internet somewhere, because it turns out there's quite a few people who've been playing this hack recently. So my plan for this was just a simple playthrough, but you know, with it being TASing and stuff, I get to have a little bit of fun with it. The timing is just to see how long it really takes. I mean, if I wanted, I could just, you know, do the equation for however many frames this is, and that would just give me a time. You know, I could just figure out the time. So really, I don't need to time it. I know how many frames this is. But yeah, with that being said, I mean, it's a TAS, so it's got, you know, it's got a couple cool special things to it. But other than that, like, if I wanted to give someone or anyone video of, you know, things to do, I'm not gonna strictly do crazy TAS stuff. There are a few things where I'm like, fuck this, and I like skipped a little bit of it. But as far as making sure, oh yeah, timing it's unnecessary, but nobody knows how many frames this is. I could expose it, but you know, it's much easier for everyone else if I just show them. If I just show them how many with the timer itself, so I wasn't really too concerned about it. Yeah, well, if you know TAS, just save state. That's what most people do. I mean, I used a couple save states on my first playthrough of this as well. My guess... The time was shown when I started the playback? Really? Where? I didn't see it. Yeah, so I'm certainly making this game look easy. I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you? Oh, I didn't know that, Tompa. Right on. Yeah, so the first world's down. The first world was a lot of trial and error, learning and understanding how TASing works, and how you can get screwed over by TASing if you don't make proper save states. Like if you save state in a spot where you're kind of like screwed over, but you didn't do a previous save before that, and then your only previous save before that previous save is at the start of the level, unfortunately you have to go back and restart the level all over again, which kind of sucks. But I was learning as I was progressing, and you know, it was really fun to do all this. It was very interesting to be able to play and, you know, not have to worry about resets or RNG and shit like that. So it was nice. Yeah, I know. I learned one way is that you could just play the movie from a save state and leave it from where you previously had it saved, where you were screwed over, and you could just stop it and turn it back to right mode again. But I didn't screw up that much, so it's not like anything was too difficult. I mean, this task took me what, 5 days? So it's not like it was the end of the world. There's also, I think, like a recovery. Yeah, it certainly takes a lot of time. Like, I am super impressed now with the way you guys handle your TASes. So yeah. The mere fact that I was able to go through all 8 worlds, even TASing itself in only a couple days, makes me happy. I'm pretty happy about that. Got no problems with that. So I really like the sun level here because you get to do a lot of like P speed. After I saved, after I ran up that hill, did you see that? I wasted time there because like after I did like 3 levels after this, I saw that, I was like, fuck this. Yeah, so I really like this level because it's just a lot of tech, right? I'm doing a lot of turnbacks and jumping through small little areas. I think it was fun. This level was really fun. Yeah, I ran up that hill. I saw it. I was like, fuck. So this level, I get to demonstrate a TAS trick because I managed to keep my big through a small hole, and it's coming up. And also the reason I did this right here is to respawn the turtle, so that I could just go back and yeah, get it over with. But right here, this took very long to do. Right here, get that in there, and then keep the turtle on the screen. It would despawn if I wasn't like 100% perfect with it. So normally keeping your big here isn't a thing, and then it allowed me to clip and skip the last area of the level, which I don't mind if somebody looks and they're like, oh, look at that. I know with this level was pretty difficult in some circumstances because no matter how much I tried, sometimes I would just keep losing the P speed, which is pretty normal. But inevitably it does make it slower. But thankfully I wasn't TASing this in the sense of like I gotta go super fast. But the speedrunning nature in me makes me want to do it super fast. So, at the very end of this level, you'll notice after I kill the Goomba and go under, I wait because this warp whistle has to go off screen before I go in the pipe right there. If not, it won't show up in my inventory. So the reason I stood there and waited to go in the pipe was because I needed to let the timer run out on the flashing of the warp whistle. If not, it wouldn't have registered in my inventory. So it's pretty dope. And because we can get through this little spot right there, which is pretty difficult, even for TAS, by doing that, it allowed me to skip the second half of this level as well. Normally, you have your small Mario, and you have to grab a shell, and you do some shell swimming, and you do some underwater shell tech to get a mushroom, but here I was able to just hit that and then just skip that whole part. So that was well worth it. It's not like this level has some hidden thing to it where, you know, if you never watched a video, you'd never figure it out, so, you know, it's not the end of the world. As I was going through the TAS, I was trying my best to, you know, do things as fast as possible and try and cut corners as much as I could. It gets very difficult after a while. So I had to remember a lot of the time that, you know, I'm not speedrunning, like I'm not, you know, submitting this TAS or anything like that. I'm just making this so that people have something to watch, because as of now, there's nothing, but, you know, after I record this, we have something. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Where have I been? I've been right here. I really like this level. This level's really fun. I derped in the tunnel. I ran off the ledge right here, and I lost my speed instead of duck jumping. But once that happened, I was like, ah, I think it'll be alright. It wasn't the end of the world. But the cool thing is I know my mistakes, so if I ever wanted to come back, you know, I know certain things where I can save time, and I know some good tricks to save more time. But again, that World 2 level 4 really is really difficult with keeping that shell in the tunnel and not letting it spawn. So this hack has some levels that are very easy, which, you know, was intended. I made it so that this level was exactly like how you would speedrun this level in the actual game. So I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, Dan H, thank you for the host, dude. Yoshimitsu, 19 months in a row. How's it going? Barnell, how are you doing, man? I forgot to jump in that doorway to keep my P speed. Like I said, it's like I wasn't doing this to be perfect. So, like even this battle, you can see it's not perfect. I could have hit many places. So it's all good. Yeah, this task took me about 5 days to do. I'm not overly impressed by it, you know. It's not like, whoa, this guy's a tasser. But a lot of it was having a lot of back knowledge for Mario 3 anyways, and that helps a lot. I tried my best to keep my P speed and land on the side of that piranha plant, but it ended up being very difficult, and I could barely fit in that little crevice in between the muncher and the little guy. So this level, the only hard part about this level for tassing, that is that at the beginning of the stage I have to grab the mushroom off screen. So not knowing exactly where the mushroom is when I hit the block, you'll see right here. Yeah, right there, getting that mushroom right there was probably the hardest thing of this level. Now over here by this turtle, it looks like I'm gonna be losing time, but I actually have to wait anyways for this to come down and get up there, hit the other music note. And this is actually a secret exit of the level. That's not the intended way of beating the level, but I'm quite alright with a secret exit being exposed. It's really not the end of the world for me. With regards to the boss battle with fire, it took me until I got to like World 6 or something like that to realize that with the fireballs in this battle, I could have... Yes, Tompa, I made sure I got the frame boost in my pipes. Yeah, I made sure, 100%. There were certain things when I was tasking this, I was like, I know Tompa's gonna take a look. Yeah, I could have shot each fireball during this boss battle 1 frame sooner. You can press B once it's like, there's like a little cloud when you shoot fireballs. When fireballs hit something, they make a little cloud, and then it looks like a couple of little sprinkles, just like little dots. And before those dots go away, you can shoot the fireballs, and I missed them by 1 frame for each fireball. I didn't know. I thought I was doing it the exact frame it would allow me to shoot, but I wasn't. So that was something I learned from, you know, playback and rewatching and stuff. So it was pretty cool. I saved the wall jumping strats for RTA, Tompa. So World 4 was a little tricky. I was unsure if I was able to get through the end part of this level with Big Mario. But I managed to get it done, and because I was able to, it made the next level very, yeah, right there. I was unsure if I could get through there, but now because I have my big, I was like, oh crap, level 2. You'll find out why level 2 is a little interesting, but I made it work because I thought it was pretty fun. So this next level, the next level I get the frog suit, and at the end of the level is very interesting because no matter how hard I tried, I could not beat the level with Big Mario, and for some reason, pixel perfect, there's no, you have to be pixel frame perfect to get enough speed to slide under the munchers. You guys will see. It took a very long time to complete the end of this level. Like, right here, right at this part, I was here for like 4 hours. Right here. Like, that was so hard. I don't know why it was so difficult. I think it's because the top speed with the muncher, with the frog suit, and having to swim forward, you need to get boosted by the blocks when you hit them. But the reason I wanted to do that is because I get to skip half of this level by clipping right here. And upon doing that as well, I get to go through this area, and then at the end I get to clip and skip the last area. So keeping your mushroom there is like huge. But it's not RTA-able, unfortunately. Like, you can't, there's no way. And if you do, you got really lucky. What up, Pete? How's it going, dude? Here I have to die. I tried so many ways to get it to respawn, but there was nothing I could do. And then here it looks like I'm messing up, but I actually have to wait for the turtle to fly back up, so I was just like doing nothing. I was just dicking around. So I managed to keep my big here, which means I don't have to grab the fire flower on the left over there, which means I can just P-speed through here, which is dope. I don't have to worry about anything. And then again, another battle that, you know, when you're TASing, Boom Boom battles are so annoying because they're just not like fun. They're not fun to TAS. You just get bored with them very easily. So this is one of the easy levels, and I learned that if I get this, I can tail swipe the muncher at the end of the level and just fit right under and beat the level with my tail. And because I do that, it actually allows me to skip, yeah, right there, which is RTA-able. Anyone who does RTA can easily do that. Right on. Right on. Yeah, I'm recording this so you can watch it later. I'm gonna do 2 recordings of it, in case anyone wants to watch again later. What's this hack called? SMB3 in the final Kaizo. So yeah, because I was able to keep my tail at the end of that one level, it gives me an extra power up for 5-1. It gives me the extra power up for 5-1 and actually allows me to pretty much skip the entirety of 5-1. And you can do it in RTA. This is not a trick that's not, you know what I mean? It's not like you can't do it. Don't worry, Tompa, I did do a wall jump wand grab. Just not yet. I did do one. I just didn't overly care to do it every time. So yeah, the idea of World 5 Level 1, the level coming up, my plan was put a muncher at the start of the level so that I get hit, and the reason I put a muncher at the start of the level is to control a person's items, right? I want to do that. So by doing that, it becomes controlled, but because I saved the feather, I was able to have an extra power up and get some P speed here, which originally you would have P speed anyway. So yeah, I skip right here, get some P speed, I go up. Normally you're small, so you wouldn't be able to do this. And I get to build my P speed and jump up the top here. And I get to skip the entirety of the level. And funny enough, this Goomba right here is perfect. I never put the Goomba there so that you could get the bounce off of it like that. It just worked out perfectly. I was like, sweet. So this is probably one of my favorite levels, and that's because it has the flashing blocks in it. And the cool thing about the flashing blocks is that if you frame perfect grab them, you can go right through. So this is cool right here. Check this out. I love that. But sometimes they don't work. Sometimes you can be on like an off frame and it gets messed up. So it's really weird. I haven't had any percent warpless record in a long time. This level is much better RTA. What's the point of a TAS in which you just place enemies in specific places to... That makes no sense. So just being fast enough allowed me to have those munchers be coins, which normally you'd never be able to go that fast. So allows me to keep my power up, which is pretty awesome. Yo, 56-minute run with the frog suit, and with this part right here was very difficult. It almost didn't let me get through with that orb, but it cooperated after. Yo, it's a dope run, the 90% Orong warp. I kind of want to crisp it up. Here we go. I know, dude. I cannot believe I missed that fireball. Yeah, you're gonna watch all the spoilies? So this level, I would have been able to save a lot more time if I didn't preemptively design these levels to avoid tassing. So that bouncy block down there by the pipe is what caused you to have to do this, even for a tasser. So, yo, Sayonara, 18 months, thanks, man. Do I like Mario 3? Not as much as I used to, that's for sure. What's going on, Sayonara? Yeah, I know, I certainly made this hack to avoid things with tassing. That's why I was so surprised that I was able to actually do stuff. Side pipe, it has to be in a certain level and a certain kind of pipe for you to actually like side pipe it. I was actually surprised that that side pipe worked anyways. So this level is a puzzle in itself for anyone who wants to know. I managed to go from Small Mario straight to Fire Flower. Like I always said to anyone who wants to play this hack, the more you know about the game, the better you know, the better your chances are of beating it. How optimized? It only works on the right side, yeah. Now, whether or not you can go in the pipe is a whole other story. How optimized is TAS? I would say it's not like crazy optimized, but at the same time, it's pretty optimized. There's a lot of like little fix-ups and little cleanups that need to be done. So I specifically designed this level to screw with people. It's very tricky to know when the screen scrolls, but the screen scrolls the same time every time. The more you play, the more you'll learn how the screen scrolls. I've never played a Mario 3 level that's like this, so whenever I made this in the hack, I really wanted to keep it in here. Here we are with an easy level. I was a little sad that I forgot the corner frame boost right there. Right there. So it makes Tompa sad right now. Well, I mean, it is pretty cool. It's kind of random. I mean, it's not really anything too, like, whoa, crazy. Yo, Sinai, where was my hi? I said hi to you 2 times, Sinai. And I have the face cam going. Everyone always wants the face cam. Don't even say hi. Yeah, it is a pretty drastic auto scroller. I think this is where I do the wall jump, Tompa, just for you. But no, I wouldn't say that this run is. Oh yeah, this is the auto scroller where I was having way too much fun tassing it. So whenever I got to the end of the level, I didn't realize that the pipe was already on screen. But by then I was like, nah, it's not the end of the world. It's not like life is gonna be over. So I just left it in. Yeah, so right here, I was having too much fun tassing this part. Just sticking around and avoiding the stars and the bullets and stuff like that. Watch, you'll see that the pipe, like, I should be going for the pipe, like, right now. And I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna keep spinning, and you can see the pipes right there, and I was just like, alright, whatever. So I was just like, fuck it. I think, yeah, I do it here for you, Tom. There you go. I actually could have done it, I could have saved, like, a couple more pixels. I could have done that a little bit cleaner, that wand grab. But well, what was the question? Do I have to open up Discord? Yes, Tompa, you're welcome. Did it just for you, baby. Sana, don't get upset. I mean, if I don't answer someone, it is never because I'm specifically choosing to ignore them. Never. I would never do that. So if there's ever a time where you're waiting for something, just hit me back up again. Yes, this is a sequence break of this level. When I made this level, I honestly didn't think about this. So this is something you can do in RTA. Has anyone done wand grab in RTA? Yep. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one, Barnell. I've done the wand grab probably 3 or 4 times in my RTA run. Sword Blair! 18 months, thank you, dude. Tompa, I wanted to ask you, is there ways where you can generate P-speed on these one off, one on blocks? Because I couldn't do it. I couldn't generate P-speed in this level. So I was a little skeptical if you could even do. Oh, no problem, Kaninjin. Keeping my big here was awesome because it allowed me to respawn the turtle without having to grab the first mushroom. You should be able to? Okay. Yeah, I figured it was very tricky. It wasn't working for me. So there's no turtle there, but now there's a turtle. And I designed it so that you have to go off screen, get this question block with a mushroom, be confused on where to go, then you have to go back and the turtle will be there. The reason the turtle's not there in the first place is because there's too many death waffles. It can't spawn. There's too much shit on the screen.
Here we go!
Yo, Abyss, man, thank you. Doing a TAS allowed me to keep my P-speed in this small little room, which avoided having to go back to get the clip. So it was you wouldn't be able to do this in RTA because it would be very difficult to keep that P-speed in that little small room. Essentially what you have to do is get the mushroom, go out, build P-speed, go back in, and then you can get it. It's still very difficult nonetheless. So this is probably one of my biggest, stupidest mistakes I've ever made, which is in this level. There's absolutely no reason for this mistake, but what I do is I wait for a thwomp, and you can clearly see that I can jump over right here. I can clearly jump over the thwomp right there. I don't know why I didn't. After I got to World 7 and I did a playback and watched more of this, I was like, why didn't I jump? Like, I waited. And like, while I was doing that part, I was like perfectly timing it so I could clip like right under it, which just makes no sense. So this next level actually lags a lot and sometimes causes you not to grab the grabbable blocks, but luckily, because I have my tail still, I was able to grab the very top block right there, then duck jump and clip inside. I know, Tampa, I know. Trust me, I know. So this is actually faster than doing the level normally because throwing a whole bunch of blocks will create a whole bunch of lag during this time, and sometimes you can't even grab the flashing blocks. And when I made this hack, I always wanted a level with a bunch of flashing blocks, so I frickin' made one. But doing it this way is actually the fastest way. Thank you guys, all of you, for the resubs. I really appreciate it. Jay Price, Devin, you guys are fucking badass. I know, they got the sub train going on. The Beast 7 months in a row. Okay, so this level, I was very happy that I actually found a way to skip the big Z coin, the big Z frozen coin. It allowed me to skip it, and I never thought you'd be able to. I specifically designed it so that you couldn't, but you can actually RTA this. So you go through here, and then it's a big Z, right? But if you perfectly shoot right there, you can shoot that one and clip under. Then you can skip the whole thing. You can't skip the level, you can skip the whole thing though. So I was pretty happy about that. I was very surprised I was actually able to do some sequence breaks during this hack, because I remember when I made this, I kept in the back of my head TASers the entire time. And again, this level, I have to die. Unfortunately, there was no way I could respawn the block, which kind of sucks, I know. But if it makes you guys feel better, I died at the perfect time. You wouldn't be able to die any faster than that, so. And that's what I was excited for, Tampa. I was really excited for you to look at this, because I know you'll be able to spruce it up a little bit. You can't see it on the stream, but I'm actually spinning left and right very fast. I don't know why the inputs aren't shown. Or maybe just not on my end. There was actually a lot of trial and error, Pete. I just went into it being like, I want to test my ROM hack. Am I going to speedrun it? I was like, nah, I'll make a video of it. And I'm just gonna hope that my Y subpixels were optimized. No, but to answer your question, Tampa, no, I didn't really go crazy on the Y pixels. I was still trying to like learn a lot. I mean, even the day where you gave me a little bit of a tutorial on how to TAS, it was still very difficult. I was just like, I was happy I was able to get the stutter step P speed. I was like, to understand that was very cool, but there's still a lot. Yo, goodness. There's still a lot to learn and understand, not mostly about the game, but how the game works in the form of tassing it. I have like never-ending knowledge of this game for RTA and like what humans can do and what's stressful and what's not. But when it comes to tassing, I was like really learning a lot. And as Tampa knows, I did 1.5 worlds without having the display of information. Alright, Pete. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Yeah, Mario, just get the wand. The epic troll. So surprising that you're able to, boom. I hit the boss without him even coming up. I was like, sweet. So I was happy about that one. So now we're entering World 7, and the funny thing about World 7 is World 7 actually took me the longest to do out of all of this, because I made sure that World 7 was the most difficult in this hack, and by far it is. The cool thing about World 7 in this hack is it has renditions of previous tricks made out to be harder. So there's a level like level 2-2, there's a level like 1-3, and there's kind of a little level like a Mario Maker level that we played previously before. One of the forts in this world, I made like, it had a little bit of a P-break feel to it, and I wanted that. I wanted that feel. I wanted it to feel like P-break a little bit. So I made it that way. But it's not like, it's Mario 3 with Mario 3 physics. I couldn't really do much P-break stuff. So you can see with levels like this, I don't know exactly the most optimized way of doing it. I mean, I wasn't overly focused on it, but being a speedrunner in Mario 3, there's always that thought in the back of my head, I bet I could do this faster, but I didn't know exactly how I wanted to do that. So it allowed me to clip there at perfect timing, which is perfect for the turtles, because I can just go. Sometimes you can get screwed over by the turtles. This is, yep, just like that. That is not the intended way of beating the level. And that end part is actually very difficult. So, you know, even RTAing for that end part is I don't even know. You could get the clip, sure, the clip's easy at the pipe, but those shell movements are pretty rough. Okay, so this level's very cool. I'm gonna keep quiet for this. This is one of my favorite levels in my hack. I don't know why, I think this level's great. One of my favorite. It's even more fun to RTA it because you're actually, you know, you're doing it, Peter. You're doing it. Yeah, really cool level. Really, really cool. I derped up here. I could have kept my P-speed, I'm quite sure of it. And then I wait there to get rid of that guy. So yeah, it's pretty sick. I really like this level. Yo, thanks for the 100 bits, dude. I really appreciate it. You strategically enter that last pipe there, more so to the right, so that when you come out of the pipe, you're already more to the right a little bit, allowing you to land right on the card. If you land right in the center or anywhere to the left side of the pipe, you won't make it. Yeah, I love the turbo swim. I really like that level, Pat Frap. That is so hard to grab that turtle shell. 1 pixel and he's off screen. So I had to reload this so I could break that. But we don't need the beanstalk anyways, screw that. So this area was very interesting with the ability, your ability to build P-speed. Those bombs are just perfectly set in a way where it's like so hard. I could have grabbed that shell without losing P-speed, but it gets very annoying to try and figure out. I'm just all about the P-speed. I love it. You lose it right here though. As much as I wanted to keep it, I couldn't make that distance, but that's okay. Yeah, use your imagination, Peter. So this part is actually really difficult too because I only hit the 1 block to get across, which is very, very scary. Not the easiest thing to do. This is such a messed up thing with the turtle shell. I don't know, like it just works. You hit it and grab it at the same time without shooting it. I love it. I love how it just works. I had to TB there to get the mushroom anyways, so not the end of the world. Yeah, not the end of the world. So I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, this is like the P-switch level in Mario Maker. I specifically did not design this level like Mario Maker, by the way. Because you can't P-jump in this game, at least not RTA. you can't P-switch jump, so. Like, you can P-switch jump, but there's no chance in RTA that you're going to be able to keep it up. So the cool thing here is you have to build your P-speed, but if you rub up against the wall, you can get a nice wall jump right there, which will allow you to do it. Originally, I wanted to do this level where I'm hopping on all the P-switches, and you're able to. You're 100% able to beat this level by constantly jumping on all the P-switches and make your way across. It's just the bottom platform over the lava is coins. So if you don't have your P-speed, there's nowhere for you to go, unfortunately. So this level's got a lot of like weird tech spawny respawn stuff, so I mean, as far as TAS is going, I would love to see somebody else do this. Like, building P-speed right here was very frustrating, and keeping the shell. Like, I dislike that I have to run back down again. I dislike that a lot. But I didn't know what else I could do, so maybe... Oh, Tompa, that's not even the end, man. Even if you were to somehow clip it, there's another muncher on the other side of the level. You'll see when I beat the level. So it's like a 100% secure way. Getting that clip was very difficult. Again, I don't know why I fluttered down. But this right here was also very difficult to get to the thwomp. Yeah, just in time. That was difficult. Yeah, there's another muncher right there. Yo, Virgo, what's going on? Okay, so this level is a rendition of 1-3, but more difficult. This level is much more difficult than 1-3, but it has the same concept, just more difficult. Super hard. And I've definitely done all, like, the majority of these levels I've definitely done without save states. And I've tried to clip there, Tompa, but because the screen doesn't scroll up, you can't swim up any higher. So you can't get past that, Tompa, unfortunately. And clipping at that other muncher, you can't get up from the bridge. You can't go up from the bridge, so you can't clip in this level, unfortunately. There's also a big wall here, so no matter what, you can't get through. Yeah, the pipe there. I wanted to clip, and at first I didn't know you couldn't swim from below a bridge like that, and the screen didn't scroll up, so it's like a soft lock. So I think this level's pretty dope. It's very difficult, but since I have my big here, I'm able to skip this little area and just be like, whatever. The thwomp is causing those guys' sprites to be all haywire. You need to build P-speed to get the screen to scroll up, which is why I'm going back here. You also need the shell, but... So it allowed me to do that. That level's very difficult. I would say for RTA, it's not overly difficult as tassing it. You just got to get the right moments, right inputs, and you're in a perfect situation. You're golden. So this level, I was able to cheese at the end because I'm tassing, so I can wall jump. That was very difficult for some reason. So the ending of this level has a very, very intricate way of doing it, but I was able to kill the Goombas, get this last one, and then wall jump. It's such a weird wall jump with the wall jumps in these levels, though. It's really weird. It's almost like you go inside the wall, then it pushes you out, and then you can press the input to wall jump. Whereas most wall jumps, as soon as you interact with the wall, is like the right time to press for the input. Very interesting. What's going on, Andy? Am I going to AGDQ? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and generate a little bit of extra money so I can get going. But as of now, I'm probably going. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah. So, frog suit on an airship. I definitely wanted this in my ROM hack, so yeah, Wando. Kitty. Well, she came in the room as you asked that, and I said hi, Kitty, and she hissed and ran away. No, Kitty's doing all right. She's doing just fine. So yeah, just the typical airship. I just wanted to get the TAS done. Not that I was rushing what I was doing, but I didn't want to sit there and go frame by frame to do silly little tricks that really aren't going to do anything. So there is a good chunk of this ROM hack TAS where I'm actually RTAing a bunch of the parts. Which is pretty funny, because I was just like, I can do this part on my own, I don't need to TAS this. Yeah, Tom. Yeah, TASing auto-scrollers is not, you know... I did other little silly things in times, like while I'm waiting at the end of a fort. So this room may look weird when you first see it, it's a little messed up, but there's a wall there and I'm in water. I tried my best to get this room to look as clean as possible, but this is as good as I could get it. And there you go, Tompa. I did it again for you. Don't worry. I was surprised I was able to even put water inside those boss levels. When I made this ROM hack, I didn't care to make auto-scrollers difficult, or the airships difficult. So I really didn't care if the auto-scrollers were hard or not, and nobody likes auto-scrollers, so there's no reason to make them difficult. They just suck altogether. And I was only able to remove the World 2 one, because after World 2, you can't use warp whistles. That was no wall jump, you're right, I'm sorry. Look at him, he's so cute with the frog suit. So here's another auto-scroller. So because I still have the frog suit, I can take that extra bit of damage. There's nothing overly difficult about this auto-scroller based on using your eyes. What makes this auto-scroller difficult is that you have to do tech tricks while it's going fast. I took intentional damage there because you need to be small Mario for 8-1. Anyways, the way this auto-scroller is moving and the way the screen goes up and down, the way I set the level, and having to do shell jumps and stuff like that, this level is a lot harder than it actually looks. All the physics for the way Mario does things is a little bit wonky because of how fast it's going and because the screen's actually scrolling up and down. So I RTA'd this battle. I didn't TAS it. I know, I fought so many boom boobs in the past, I just know when I need to jump on them. I probably could have saved, you know, 15 frames during that battle, I'd say. Maybe a little bit more. So now we have this level. You have to wait. You can see there's a brown spot right there on the beanstalk. There's hidden blocks there that if you don't wait for the beanstalk to go up through them, you'll get fucked. Because I'm TASing and I'm so fast, I was able to skip an area and go right down here, which is very nice, very nice. I was hoping that I could skip these areas. I gotta wait for the bullet bill because of this big jump, and then I wait for the next bullet bill. I don't even think I needed to be honest, but that's okay. Like I said, not the end of the world. You get that. You have to wait for them anyway, so it's not like, you know. And I was able to damage boost, which is great. Yeah, well yeah. Yeah, they do look pretty cool, don't they? So because that's tassing, I could have like fallen and wall jumped back and forth and waited, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to save me any time. So I get this shell to optimize movement. This P-switch. I collect the coins as I'm going, and then I gotta time my jumps out. If I want to jump out of the quicksand that fast, you gotta time your jumps very, very precisely. If not, you'll kind of get screwed over. And here's the finale for you guys. Bowser's Castle. Right on. So the reason there's a star there is because I actually developed the checkpoint in this level. If you get to a certain point, you can start skipping this area of the fortress. I have RTA'd this castle, so as hard as that looked, it's even harder. If I can't go right away with this Goomba. I have to wait because the Goombas on the left here, they won't come out right away. That Goomba that I just bounced off of won't come out right away if I don't wait for that first Goomba. I'll get over there and no Goombas will appear. So to me, I had to wait. So this is a very, very tricky Bowser fight. How many frames is this recording total? I think it's 190,000. So yeah, you have, or no, it's like I don't know. So I timed it, so Bowser's one hit away right now. But you know, you can't kill Bowser right away or else you get screwed over, right? You need the doorway to open up. This RTA, this Bowser battle is actually very difficult. Oh, definitely, Tompa, definitely. I was near the end of it, and I was like, I just want to get this done. So. So I guess this is like 100%. I mean, you can't really any percent this. There's nothing for you really to any percent. For my very first TAS, I mean, I think the situation is fitting considering it's my own ROM hack. Why not TAS it myself first? You said you wanted to see display, yeah, so it's about 193,100 or something. Tompa, where did you say you saw the time somewhere? Oh, that's right, Mr. Joe Jokes. You're right, I skipped the hands. Dope. Yeah, that's the wrong Mitch. Go to play Moby. Again, I'm sorry that the video here is kind of stretched. I finished the task and I was like, I want to get this out. I just want to do it. Yes, the hands are levels that I've designed and stuff. Yeah, the hands are actual levels that I made in the ROM hack. So where did I stop the video? Oh, if you can see it. Right there. So you said go to play movie?